Hey, out my closet. Welcome once more. We have a special guest. His name is Blue Michael, and he is amazing. He will tell you his story of success in so many ways. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming by.
How are you?
We're so excited to have you here with us. There's so much things that you've accomplished in your life, and we're gonna get to that. But there's something that's phenomenal, that's so outstanding, and that's your years of sobriety. So could you just tell us about that? You know,
I've been in and out of the rooms for about 16 years, 17 years, and this third time was a charm, and now it's 8 years, 8 months, and change. That's amazing.
wow. So you said many years. So was there a story prior to you, realizing that I have a substance abuse problem?
But my idea of sobriety is, learning to love yourself, and I didn't love myself for a long time, and I felt that I've been in and out of the rooms for about 6.5 years, and then when I came back, I really got it. I got the idea, this is about loving thyself, to show me love so I can show others. Keeping it that simple.
How do people love themselves? That's a statement that we hear all the time. Love yourself, love yourself. How do people, actually do that?
The way I did it was acceptance of who I am. I'm human, I'm Latino, I'm from New York, born and raised. I don't speak much Spanish. I like fashion. I'm open about my sexuality. I'm human, I'm an artist. And letting all what I've learned in the past, let it all go. For me, it was just letting go of the past and staying in the now. I think that's the most important thing for me. It's constantly staying in the now.
You said acceptance. And that's a big topic, within the LGBT community. A lot of people, deny it at first, and some of them get into substance abuse. Has acceptance been something that you've battled with in your life?
Of course, definitely. When I was younger, I didn't know what I wanted. If I was gay, if I was straight, I did find women attractive, but I definitely was with a lot more males. And there was shame even in wanting to have a girlfriend. I didn't understand, I'm supposed to be gay, and first I was straight, and then I'm supposed to be gay, and I still like females, that's, so I had to come to accepting that, that it's okay. For me, it's about who I love myself, and I'm able to, because I love myself, I can love somebody else, and that's acceptance to me.
In Latino culture, there's something called machismo, that attitude. How has that affected you, culturally growing up?
It's pretty funny. A lot of people pull up the machismo thing, but they seem to forget that there's a whole feminine side in the Latino community. If you're effeminate and you're pretty or looking more female naturally, you're really accepted as a female. That doesn't mean that you're equal. Yes, in the Latino community, in a lot of communities, if you're female, you are considered less than. Is it fact? Absolutely not. But it's, the whole idea of femininity in a man and masculinity, it's in the Latino community, I feel it's more of, if you're female, feminine, you're less than. It's a whole idea of class within sex.
Got it. And was using drugs a way that you silence those voices of, questioning in your head or non-acceptance?
It allowed me, drinking and doing drugs allowed me to dare to be who I really wanted to be, in a way where it was unapologetic. It was very easy for me to hit a bottle of Jack Daniels into a line of Coke, and be, the rock star in the club, than when not using, and I'm faced with myself and my insecurities. I was told that I wasn't good enough for years.
And who were some of those people telling you that besides your
family? Yeah, I learned it from my dad. And in a lot of ways, watching my mom be abused by my dad and her accepting that. accepting that was her reality, and that was the only thing she can accept. She was a woman, and she needed to be abused, and it was okay to be abused by this man. And my father was a raging alcoholic.
And as a child, how old were you when you were witnessing these things?
I remember it from about 3 or 4.
So at what age did it stop? Has it ever stopped?
My parents are happily divorced. My dad's in Puerto Rico, my mom's in New York. My dad is dry, found religion. That's how he deals with his not drinking. My mom is really working on herself. It's been over about 25 years.
Was there an actual coming out story that you had with your family?
Yeah. My mom it was kind of funny. I was always, I was the youngest of 4 boys. And very pretty, as a kid. And my hair was really long. And so I was always treated almost basically like female when I was younger. When I came out to my mom, I said, I have a boyfriend. I was 16. And it was really uncomfortable to say that. But she was like, yeah, I wish you could introduce me to a guy other than your father. And then my dad was a lot more dramatic because my dad's a reverend, and he was like, what are you, some kind of faggot? And I screamed at him and I said, I'm gay. And I ran out of the apartment. I was out for like a couple hours. And when I came back, he was like, I love you, you're my son. I mean, are we super close now? Not necessarily, but it's life on life's terms, things happen. But that was my experience. It wasn't, I wasn't kicked out. I wasn't, everything that happened after that was, and I look at it now as self-choice. What I wanted, what I thought was the norm. Because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be one of those homeless gay kids on the street.
So how hard or easy has it been, at your early stages of recovery when your friends are all pre-gaming? We're about to go out partying, we're about to go, get turned up, we're about to get wasted, and you're there saying, battling because.
But to me, I made a choice for myself. My recovery is my recovery. What you do is what you do. I'm a firm believer in that. I like to inspire people, not teach them you mustn't. To me that's not my life. If they were getting drunk or getting high or whatever, I just remove myself. It's not about a battle with them. Because if they are not, if that's an issue, then they will have to leave my life. And that's okay.
Understood. And what was your rock bottom moment where you said, I can't no more, that's it. Last line of Coke, or alcohol?
It was an interesting night. It was from June 10th, 8 years ago, June 9th, of that night to June 10th. I trained in boxing, and besides being a makeup artist and owner of a company and stuff, I like, sparring it up, getting into these things. And, I got really drunk, really wasted, and I hurt somebody physically. And I said, this is not to happen anymore. And when I went to a meeting, and it was a noon meeting on 9th Street and Avenue B. And I said, enough is enough. And I never looked back from then on.
So I would like you to look at the camera and express to someone who's battling right at the cusp of, choosing recovery. What are words of empowerment or encouragement would you offer someone that's about to make that decision to choose sobriety?
If you want to live, if you want to drop the pain, sometimes the biggest step is the smallest. It's just say no and move on. And no friends, no family, no one's in charge of that. It's all you, and it's simple. It's just go. Do it. You have nothing to lose. And if somebody doesn't like it, tell them. nothing. And it's totally fine.
That's awesome. So what are some of the things that sobriety has now offered you? You mentioned about a cosmetic line. What's
Yeah, I was suggested, to start my own line, and I did that going on 6 years ago, so 7 years ago, something like that. I started my line, Blue Micro Cosmetics, and I started from one product. I was on social services. I paid ingredients with food stamps to make this body scrub, and for some of the ingredients, and I started with that, and they said, why don't you get an LLC? So I walked my butt down to, Supreme Court. I went downstairs to the basement, it's $120, and I went and did it. And just, went for that, and it's grown. And again, I've been doing makeup 25 years, and to start my own brand, and giving that a try, I wouldn't have done that if I was using. I would just still be that angry little boy that was inside, and afraid to do anything because I'm not white enough, I'm not black enough, I'm not Latino enough, I'm not straight enough, I'm not gay enough. It's I am everything I want to be. Even experiencing going into Cambodia, this wonderful country that most people don't even go to, and going to Siem Reap and experiencing that. I've been to meetings in Thailand. I've been to meetings in Hong Kong, and in Dominican Republic. I go to meetings there all the time. The fact that I can get on a plane and I don't have to get drunk or high. I hate flying. Well, I've gotten better with it, but it's the flying that I'm not in control. That's a huge success. That I can get on a plane and I don't have to get twisted. It feels amazing.
you have some like endless possibilities.
It's completely endless possibilities. I think that you can, anything you want. I have friends who are super, super uber famous, and I have friends who are not, and it doesn't matter. It lets me know there's also equality across the board. It's not just, one's over another. It's about, everyone's just the same. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just learning how to love yourself and allow the successes you want. I believe you can get anything you want. You just, go for it.
Excellent.
And if I'm using it, I can't do it.
That's awesome. Wow. So it's basically just loving yourself is like the foundation of it, right?
I think that's definitely the most
Awesome. So words from Blue Michael and here from Out My Closet, just truly start loving yourself and just get the resources and support that you need for sobriety. Thank you, Blue Michael. So appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you very much.